Hey guys, Ania here, and today we're talking all about morning routines. Now, I have struggled with my morning routine, quite frankly, because it's had to change so many times, which is natural because my mornings that I had in high school when I was in band look way different than my mornings now as an adult with cats going to my 9 to 5. It's just different situation, different priorities, and that's okay. But it can be hard to figure out, what do I want my mornings to look like? What's actually a good use of my time? How can I feel less stressed walking out the door? I know I've been there to where I could wake up right before my alarm went off and then run out the door to classes or run out the door to work and get there on time, but then be so frazzled and just so overstressed and tired because I didn't start my morning off on the right foot. So my goal for this video is to hopefully share with you guys some tips that help me make my routine, elements that I love having in my routine, and just ways to hopefully make your mornings a bit less chaotic and more peaceful before you hop into your 9 to 5, your classes, whatever you might be doing. So grab your drink of choice, whether it's a matcha, coffee, iced tea, lemonade, water, whatever for the morning. Sit down, grab a snack, and let's walk through building our morning routine together. So my first disclaimer I want to say is that mornings are different for everybody. I think a big trap I know I fell into was that I was trying to compare my morning routine so starkly to other people's, and all of our routines are meant to be slightly different for a reason because we all have different lives. Some of the tips I say in here from my morning routine might not make sense for you based on what your job is or how much time you have in the morning, and that's okay, but we can take inspiration from it. So some people can fit their workouts in at 5 o'clock in the morning. I am not one of those people. I do not enjoy waking up that early to exercise. I'd rather do other things with my time if I'm waking up that early, and that's totally fine. So keep that in mind to where some tips you hear or some tips might just not work for you, but that is okay. You don't have to have your routine match someone's on the internet. It's perfectly fine, okay? Okay. So first up, I want you to close your eyes, sleepyheads, and imagine it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever time you wake up in the morning. What is the first thing that you do when you wake up? You turn off your alarm, right? Okay, cool. Does that alarm happen to be on your phone? Mine is. It's on my iPhone. That's fine. Do you happen to keep your phone still in your hand after you turn off your alarm? Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you happen to then also open social media or email or messages or whatever and then doom scroll or start your day in bed staring at a screen? Yeah, that's not great for your mornings because I know once I'm on my phone for the morning, I could easily scroll TikTok or Instagram or the news for 10 or 15 minutes. And then that's 10 or 15 minutes. I could have been doing something a bit more productive and probably healthier for my mind rather than doom and gloom first thing in the morning from my phone than doom scrolling. So I encourage you to put your phone away for at least the first 15 or 20 minutes of your morning. If you have to have your phone be part of your morning routine, that's totally fine, but try to go the first few critical moments when you first wake up without it. So if your alarm has to be on your phone, that's fine, mine is, but once you turn that alarm off, don't touch your phone again. I actually have 2 alarms on my phone, so one to wake me up and then one to tell me when it's safe to use my phone, so after 20 or 30 minutes for me. And that way, I'm just not starting off with reading a horrible news headline, or I'm not starting off with some pointless videos that just aren't making sense or kind of just flooding my brain with useless information first thing in the morning. If I want to scroll, I'll do it later after I have some more important and more critical things done for my morning. And I find I'm just in a better mood when I don't wake up to the news, when I don't wake up to social media. So if you can, put the phone away, put the alarm on something different like your Alexa or like an actual alarm clock if possible. But if you have to use your phone, that's fine. Just be disciplined and start small. So maybe it's just the first 5 minutes you're on your phone, and then increase it after 2 weeks to the first 10 minutes, and the next week, the next 15 minutes. And soon you'll get pretty comfortable not touching your phone at all. There are some mornings where even after my phone alarm goes off, I don't touch it till I get to work because I just don't need to. So keep that in mind to where sometimes your phone is what's ruining your mornings, and just eliminating the doom scroll and the social media aspect helps you get so much more time back. Who knew? My next tip is to brain dump or kind of journal when you get up in the morning. So for me, I love to like deep dive journal in the evening when I'm back home for the day, but I found that having a chance to sit down for 5 minutes and to make my to-do list, or just to write about my dreams I had, and just to get my brain thinking about the day before just jumping into the workday or my classes, helped me wake up a bit first and foremost, but also just feel more energized. So take 5 minutes, whether it's a video journal, because sometimes I'll just talk to myself like this on my phone and just wake myself up that way for 5 minutes, or I'll write it down, whatever works best for you. But I encourage you to take 5 or so minutes just to think about what's important to me today, what's been bothering me, how am I feeling, what am I looking forward to, what has to get done. Just having that moment of actually making your brain think about things in the morning helps you set your tone for the day immensely, and it just helps with the mood. It helps you give direction to your day. But I like to try and get the biggest personal to-do list item done first thing in the morning. So if I'm putting off paying a bill or making an appointment online or looking up or researching something, I will force myself to sit down and do it. If there's a YouTube video I haven't edited, I will force myself for 20 minutes in the morning to edit that YouTube video or to edit that short. Just make yourself do something challenging you've been putting off. That way, here's the big tip. You start your day with a win. Giving yourself a win when you first wake up is the best thing you can do. Your brain wants that kind of adrenaline rush or endorphin kick of, oh, I did something and it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I can do anything. Like, oh, what's next? I'm ready to tackle this next thing because everything else seems smaller then. Or at least you're ramping up to a bigger thing at work, for example. So I encourage you to try and get one big to-do list item done while you're still at home for the morning, whether it's folding clothes, loading the dishwasher, playing with your pets, whatever. Just because once you have one thing done, it's a lot easier to keep that momentum going. I don't like having my first to-do list item be something for work. I'd rather have it be something for my personal life, just so I'm making progress towards my goals and just keeping my apartment and stuff clean and keeping things healthy and safe. So try to give yourself a win, knock something off that to-do list first thing, and you'll be pretty amazed at how good that makes you feel, having just one big task be done before your day even really starts. Piggybacking off of that brain dump, I love this idea of choosing a word or a theme to start your day. So choose a positive word, so things like compassion, productivity, efficiency, health, wellness, mindfulness, whatever you want your theme to be, and then try to orient the things you do that day and your mindset that day towards that goal. So let's say my theme for the day was compassion. I'll give compassion to myself and do a proper skincare routine in the morning. I'll give compassion to my coworkers and ask them how their day is going. I'll be friendly. I'll give compassion to my pets and play with them a little extra 5 minutes or something like that. But I found that having a word of the day really helps me get my mind out of a negative cycle and just to, okay, here is your word of the day. You want to feel accomplished when you journal end of day about achieving that word. What are some things I can start to think about as I'm getting ready for work in the morning or classes of ways I can achieve doing that word? And just having that mindset shift of, okay, I don't know what to focus on, to, okay, I have a theme to focus on now, has helped me just shift how I approach my mornings and just made it to where I actually viewed it as kind of a game. It's like, oh, I want to get as many things done that count towards achieving productivity, that count towards achieving spending time with friends. Like, it just gives a purpose to the morning. So kind of just when you're brain dumping your to-do list or brain dumping just what's in your head, brain dump a word you want to follow for the morning and for the whole entire day, and push yourself to do actions that follow that word. It gives your morning some purpose, which I really like a lot. And then my next tip, which kind of ties back into the whole alarm clock tip and being off your phone, is I do encourage you to really think about what time you're actually waking up in the morning. So a lot of people, I was going through this in college, I would wake up in just enough time to throw clothes on, brush my teeth, and then to run to my class. And I got nothing done in the morning. I felt stressed when I got to class and didn't have any productive time. I didn't give my body a chance to actually wake up before throwing it to the wolves of the day. Like, give yourself some time to be a human. There have been some mornings I've woken up and just kind of meditated, just kind of sat there just like, today's the day. Need to get started. but it's nice and quiet, so I'm gonna enjoy this for a minute. Like, let yourself exist in the morning. Give yourself that personal time. And if that requires waking up an extra 10 or 15 minutes early just so you don't feel as hectic and rushed, do that. Yes, I know sleep is nice, but then go to bed a little bit earlier, people. You're not helping yourself out if you stay up late and then wake up super early, or go to bed super early but then sleep in super late. Like, give yourself the time that you actually need in the morning. So if it takes you 20 minutes to get dressed, do makeup, put clothes on, get ready, and if it takes you 10 or 15 minutes to do your big to-do list item, 5 minutes to journal, a brain dump, just think about how long each of the chunks of your morning realistically should take, including your commute time, and then backtrack your alarm time to that. Don't wake up at your commute time of, oh, it takes 20 minutes to get to work, I woke up 25 minutes before work. Give yourself a little bit more wiggle room there, because life also does happen, and nothing's more stressful than not giving yourself enough time to handle a flat tire or a bad weather or something like that. So wake up a bit earlier. Again, start small. For me, I do wake up around 6 o'clock, 5:45. I did not start there. I used not to wake up until 7 or so. And I slowly, by 15-minute increments, brought it to 6:45, and then 6:30, and then 6:15, and then now 6, which is my sweet spot. So find what works for you. I know getting up early is not always fun, but again, for me, I feel so much less stressed and less anxious and tired and groggy if I give myself proper time in the morning to actually wake up and feel good and get stuff done before going into work. So I hope that these morning routine tips and advice will hopefully help you to find the morning you want to have. Again, don't get frustrated with morning routines if you can't follow it exactly. It took me years to get to the point where I'm pretty content with my morning routine. So it's okay. It's a work in progress. It's dynamic. It's going to shift as you shift in your life and get new priorities. So give yourself some grace. Start small, work in increments, but just get up earlier, be off the phone, give yourself that reflection time, give yourself a win of the day as soon as possible. In the comment section below, let me know what things you have in your morning routine or what you're trying to add to your morning routine, and we can all share ideas together. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I upload, and I can't wait to see all you guys again in my next video. Thanks, and have a great morning.